We're going to bring in now retired General Paul Ostrowski, Director of Supply, Production, and Distribution for Operation Warp Speed. General, thank you for joining us this morning. So everyone's hope is the advisory committee meets tomorrow. FDA approves the vaccine sometime over the weekend, maybe as early as Friday. Walk everybody through what happens next.
Well, George, number one, it's great to be here on the show. So what happens next is obviously within 24 hours of that approval, we will begin moving the vaccine. So from Pfizer at Kalamazoo, the trucks will roll right out of there to the nearest airports, and we'll begin distributing the vaccines across the entire country to the locations that the jurisdictions have requested.
And how quickly will they get to the jurisdictions? How quickly will people actually be getting vaccinated?
Yeah, so as soon as we get that approval from the FDA, the intent is within 24 hours the trucks roll, and then overnight, basically overnight, within 48 hours, the vaccines have arrived at the locations that they've been designated by the jurisdictions, and the administration of the vaccine can occur immediately afterward.
And one of the challenges here, these vaccines have to be kept in something of a deep freeze.
Yes, they do. And Pfizer has created a special box, a special container, which the vaccines can last quite a long period of time, up to 30 days if recharged with dry ice. But the intent is to move these vaccines to places that can contain those within ultra-cold storage facilities and so forth. That's really the intent up front. But if necessary, we can hold those particular vaccines in the cryo boxes as long as we refill them with dry ice for 30 days and then 5 days in a normal refrigerator after that.
That's the vaccines. Do we have enough syringes, enough needles?
Absolutely. We knew up front that the pharmacies, the hospitals, and so forth had planned on the normal influenza vaccine and the vaccinations necessary in the needles and syringes, but they had not planned on COVID. So what we did is independently went out and we bought all those particular things, the syringes and needles, the alcohol wipes, the PPE necessary in order to do the administration, and we marry those particular kits up with the vaccines when we ship them out to the jurisdictions.
What's your biggest concern right now?
My biggest concern is the uptake. We just want to make sure that Americans understand exactly the science that went into this, understand the gold standard of the FDA and the approval process. We want to make sure that the vaccines are actually administered, and we're afraid that that won't happen. We must build the trust in the American people. We must make them understand that the science that went into this, that the oversight that went into this is gold standard, and that our scientists, our pharmaceutical companies here in the United States are the best ever. And we just want to make sure that everybody gets this vaccine because we got to get our lives back, George.
You're going to take it. You would want your family to take it?
Absolutely. When my time comes, it'll be my top priority along with that of my family.
One of the other big questions is when everybody's time is going to come. We know that they're going to focus on essential healthcare workers in long-term care facilities, vulnerable elderly in those same facilities right now. I know you've said that you expect to have 100% availability by June, but that seems difficult given what we've learned over the last couple of days about not enough pre-orders of the vaccine from Pfizer.
Well, we have quite a few other companies as well as Pfizer. We're working very close with Pfizer, Moderna, Johnson & Johnson, AstraZeneca is coming along. The AstraZeneca and Janssen vaccines should get done with their clinical trials, or phase 3 clinical trials, by the end of January and report out, hopefully with an emergency use authorization by the month of February. So when you add in those, you add in the Pfizer, you add in the Moderna vaccines that we've already purchased and opportunities to purchase more, we feel very confident that by late March, early April, the rest of the population, those beyond the healthcare workers, those beyond the elderly, will be able to receive their vaccines as well.
Boy, even a bit earlier, late March or early April, that would, of course, would be great news for millions of Americans. Finally, what about concerns about possible vandalization or theft of the vaccine?
Sure, we're going to be very tight control of these vaccines as we roll them out. Very early on, we obviously to the hospitals and to the nursing homes and long-term health care facilities via CVS and Walgreens, we're taking all the necessary security precautions in order to ensure that we have these vaccines get to the administration sites and well protected as they roll down the roads or through the air.
General, thanks for your work. Thanks for your time this morning.
Thank you, George.
Special edition of 2020, The Shot, the race for the vaccine, about the safety, access, and timing of the vaccine, airs this coming Monday at 10 Eastern.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.